This is Tactical United, and I'm Tactical Red. And 3-0, another 3-0 in the bag. Calm result, light work. I'm not going to lie to you. Team's looking hard. Right now, our team is looking very hard. I know people might say it's Brighton. People might say it's Sheffield United. But I've seen this team bottle these type of games many times. Now, when you have a man like Bruno Fernandes, and when Greenwood, and anyone who knows this channel knows I've been talking about Greenwood from the start of my channel. When I first saw Greenwood, I knew. When I first saw Greenwood, I knew. Like, I'm not even trying to blow my own trumpet here because I don't care about that. Like, I just knew when I saw Greenwood play in the youth team, I knew that this guy has exceptional talent. And, you know, like what I'm seeing now is not even touching 50% of his level. Like, what he does on the pitch, and I'm going to get to Bruno Fernandes because I'm going to get to that. But what Greenwood does on the pitch, like, it goes unnoticed. Do you know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of, and they're not the same player. They're not the same player. But Paul Scholes, in a sense where Scholes does things simple, makes things look simple, but not a lot of footballers do it. And it's only, he only got appreciated when he turned like 28, 29. But he was doing that from early. Like, Greenwood is the same. Like, Greenwood doesn't lose the ball. Like, if you check Greenwood, he doesn't lose the ball. He doesn't. That's at 18. That's already above his age group. Like, already doesn't lose the ball. Like, just keeps the ball, plays it simple, moves, 1 touch, 2 touch. Like, knows what to do. Yeah, he has a shot every now and then. Yeah, he has a dribble every now and then. But he doesn't lose the ball for someone his age. I mean, the finishing obviously is not even a surprise to anyone. Everyone knows he can finish. Like, there's no doubt about that. But I know he has, because I watched him in the youth. I know he has the ability to create. I've known that for a long time. And he used to play number 10. He used to play number 10 for the youth. He used to play like deeper roles for the youth team. He used to do that and run the game. Him and Angel Gomez. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Greenwood, for me, like, yeah, Fernandes will get the praise. He scored the 2 goals. But for me, Greenwood was my man of the match. And, you know, I know people might be surprised with that, but he was my man of the match because what he does on the pitch, like, yeah, what he does on the pitch is above his age level. It's above it. Like, he's far beyond above his age level. Rashford wasn't really never above his age level. Martial was a little bit, but he still wasn't producing performances like Greenwood does. Like, in the way that, yeah, Martial was a danger and a threat. And Martial was still up there with Mason. Don't get me wrong. Like, with Mason, when Martial was 19, like, he has that same type of thing. But with Greenwood, he's an all-round package already. And I look at talking about Greenwood, and then you look at Rashford. You see Rashford, right? Again, he's a quality player. But mentally is the issue with Rashford. Confidence is the issue. Like, if he's lacking confidence, he doesn't perform. That's just simple. Like, and you know, yeah, every player goes through, you know, spells of not being confident. But with Rashford, it's too often. And I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm not saying he's a poor player. I'm not. I like Rashford. I think he's a very good player. And I like where he plays. But he's still inconsistent. Like, if you look at all our attacking players, look at Pogba, look at Bruno, look at Mason, look at Martial. Rashford is the weak link. Then I'm not saying he's like completely weak. But he is the weak link. He's the one giving away the balls. He's the one when he's running through on goal. He has a heavy touch. He's the one who misses the chances. He's the one who doesn't. He's got better at the passing a little bit. I'll give him his credit. But he's the one who sometimes when there's a pass on, he doesn't do it. You know, like Rashford, you know, for everything that he's done, even when he was playing well and scoring goals, I mean, I say it's just scoring goals. Forget about the playing well. He was still having these moments where he was giving away the ball, doing this, that, and the other. And in this team right now that we're playing with, if we want to really be that team, we can't. And Rashford will get better. Like Rashford has still major development in him. He will get better, but he has to improve because you know since these last 3 or 4 games. I mean, yeah, he had 2 assists, but he's fluffed it. He's fluffed a lot of things. Like, and you look at Mason Martial, you compare them two. Like, yeah, Mason is still sometimes needs to work out his positioning sense, but that comes with games. He needs to play games. Other than that, like you see with Martial and Greenwood, you see they have it. You see that like the team play is there. You know, so Rashford does need to improve. He was our weakest player today. He's been our weakest player this so far since the lockdown. Like, let's be honest, like he has. And I don't want to criticize Rashford because I want him to do well, but he needs to realize that he's in a team now, and the thing is he needs coaching. Like, yeah, he's still sometimes too raw in certain aspects, you know. But you know, I can't take away the team's performance today. It was a hell of a performance. It was a dominant performance. It showed maturity. It showed a level that us Man United fans, that's all we expect. All we expect is what we saw on the pitch today. That's all we've been waiting for the last however many years. Like, we've been waiting for a consistent way of playing. And like, yeah, it's not like, you know, clean. It could be cleaner. Let's not get it wrong here. We could play better. Like, we could. But because we have quality players, they're going to perform. And throughout our team, we have quality. I was having a conversation on Insta with someone, and he said one thing: he can't see a weakness. And when he put it like that, I was like, yeah. In that first team, right now, Rashford is the weakness. Let's be honest. Like, let's be clear here. I'm not saying Rashford is a poor player, but that's the only player that shows his levels sometimes waves up and down. People talk about Martial has been up and down, but that's because he hasn't had the players behind him. People talk about Pogba, again, players. Defense, solid. Matic, centre defensive mid, running it. Like, he's doing it better than what he did even at Chelsea when he won the title. Like, for me, he's doing better than that. For me, Matic is looking like amazing for that centre defensive midfield. He's bossing it. He's bossing that midfield. He is a boss. He is a pure boss. It's shocking. It's actually shocking. Honestly. But, you know, I'm happy. As a Man United fan, I'm happy. I can't complain. And, you know, that's the main thing here. The main thing is I can't complain. That's all I'm saying. And, you know, with that addition with Sancho, we're really going to see, if we do get Sancho, Oli could be in a situation where he has to drop Rashford. And he can't do what he's done, like with Dan James, tried to force man in, because that will make man flop. You can't try to force players in like he's tried to force McTominay and force Pereira, force Lingard in. He can't do that. Like, if a player's slacking, he has to be dropped. Yeah, give him a chance. But if hopefully Rashford picks back up, at least with the goals, at least with the movement. Because I'm not like Rashford. Yeah, he's inconsistent, but he always looks a threat. And these last few games, he hasn't looked a threat. And that's the difference. Like, that's the only difference I see. Like, he's not looking a threat. And I don't know if it's a back injury or whatnot, but he needs to step up. He needs to step up. But I'm happy. Come on, United. Come on. Like, I'm fucking happy. I am actually happy as a Man United fan right now. I look at our team and I'm happy. Yeah, I have small issues with certain things, but I'm overall I'm happy. Overall I'm happy. If we continue like this, we have to challenge. I'm not saying we're going to win it next season, but we have to show some sort of progression, and that's what we need to do. I'm Tactical Red. This is Tactical United, and we are doing bits. Catch you on the flip side.